took out Our Lady, to the time they took out the tabernacle, to the time they took out stations, the time they took out all devotions, the time at this point they have changed our churches, they closed them. And now we're not even allowed in many, many areas to kneel when that awesome presence comes down into this one little host. Some lounge, some sit, some stand. I'm tired of enneagrams. I'm tired of your witchcraft. I am so tired of your liberal church in America. And everything you've ever done has gone in silence. Nothing you've done. From your witchcraft to your enneagrams to your centering prayer to all this earth spirituality, replacing holy water with sand. We have swallowed enough of your idea of God. You have really no God. You have no dogma, no doctrine, and no authority. You don't believe in the Eucharist. You don't believe in the Immaculate Conception. You don't believe in the virgin birth. You don't believe in Mary's power of intercession. You do believe in teaching to little children of the third grade sex education. You do believe in forcing centering prayer and forcing inclusive language upon us.
She calls out 1993, forcing sex education on children. And she says 30 years. Now we're over 50 years, folks.
I'm a Roman Catholic. I'm a Latin Rite. I believe in God as Father, creator of heaven and earth. I believe that Jesus is his Son, his only Son. I believe that the Spirit proceeds from Father and Son, that there is a Trinity. I believe that baptism puts into my heart and soul that wondrous Trinity. It is not an initiation into a club. I believe that he died and he suffered and he rose. He rose. It wasn't a rising of the resurrection of Jesus in the thoughts of men. It wasn't something that we are to remember. It was a physical resurrection. I believe in that. You don't.
Liberals will tell you that Jesus, when he rose, what happens is he rose in our thoughts and he rose in our hearts. He didn't actually rise from a tomb. So you have to be careful. You might hear a liberal priest or a Protestant pastor say, well, yeah, I believe Jesus rose again, but they believe that he rose in our hearts, not that he rose from the dead. Mother Angelica, of course, is aware of this heresy. She's calling it out. She's saying that's not what we believe as Catholics. We believe the body of Jesus that was dead, that was crucified, rose on the third day.
And our children don't even know the Eucharist anymore. They don't understand that is the Blessed Sacrament. That's the body and blood, soul and divinity of Jesus. Your catechisms are so watered down, they say nothing except love your neighbor. No, you've got to love God first.
Love it. The kids don't know about the Blessed Sacrament. They don't know about the real presence. They don't know about the Eucharist. 20 years ago, your catechisms are full of love your neighbor. No, you got to love God first.
You got to live with God in your heart. You can't give what you don't possess. I don't like your church. You have nothing to offer. You do nothing but destroy. You can't stand Catholicity at its height. We're not going to take your inclusive language. We're not going to stand or lounge. We're going to kneel before that wondrous Eucharist. We're not going to go for all those crazy things that you're pushing out as new and cultural and American. They're not American. America was built on God. America was built on trust in God. And you've made it pagan. You've helped to make this nation pagan. Your religious orders are going down. You don't have vocations, and you don't even care. Your whole purpose is to destroy.
Back to Pope Francis. And here's where we get back to the gaslighting, because although Mother Angelica doesn't use the word gaslighting, she says, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of y'all putting us down, hiding the goodness that we are trying to do through Christ Jesus. You are bringing in your magic, your occult, your anagrams, your centering prayer, your sex ed for children. She names all of these things. And she says, y'all have nothing that attracts. You see, heresy is sterile. It doesn't have life. This is why in the history of the church, when heresy comes out of the church, it has popularity for a time, but then it begins to shrivel. It withers away.